Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Quote of the day: Alexandra Eala slid into Coco Gauff's DMs to pitch Rome doubles. Rome, Italy. Coco Gauff and Alexandra Eala made headlines earlier this week when the two talented singles players revealed they had teamed up for a double stint at the Internazionale Biennale d'Italia. Though Eala, at 19, is just 2 years younger than 21-year-old Gauff, the duo only just met this spring. Gauff already a Grand Slam champion in singles and doubles, while Eala is in the midst of a winning transition from the junior circuit. Gauff recalled how their Rome partnership came to be after reaching the fourth round in singles on Sunday. Key: how did your doubles partnership with Alexandra Eala come together? And what has that experience been like? Coco Gauff. She DM'd me on Instagram. She slid in my DMs and asked me to play. I was like, sure, why not? We really didn't know each other, honestly, before Madrid. I said hi to her for the first time in Madrid, or maybe Miami. We may have briefly said hello. I figured she would be nice, so I was just hoping she would be, Obviously, she's such a nice person. When there's people finally my age on tour, I'm glad to interact. For me, it was a good opportunity to play doubles, but also have a relaxed vibe with another player. I'm super happy to play with her. And obviously she's a killer in doubles. 2 junior slams, and probably some future ones too. Key: Alex has had so much attention on her the last couple of weeks. How much does that sort of remind you of what you went through when you joined the tour? Coco Gauff. She seems to be handling it super well. There's ups and downs in the sport, but you realize that the media is there to kind of paint that story and make it more interesting, but that shouldn't be added pressure or anything like that. She seems chill. She seems like she's working hard, so I don't have any advice for her just because she seems relaxed. The only thing I did tell her was that doubles helped me a lot in that space, having some time on court where it's a little less stressful. So I encouraged her to play when she could. Gauff was impressed by Eala's gumption, and the two have turned out to be a formidable team, winning their first round over Fanny Stoller and Alexandra Panova, 6-1, 6-3. They'll next face the all-Italian team of Tyra Grant and Lisa Pighetto later this week. The red clay of Rome has always been more than a surface. It's a stage. Beneath the shadows of marble gods and history-soaked walls, the Italian Open becomes a theater of dreams, ambition, and serendipity. And this year, one of the most talked-about stories didn't start on the court. It started in the DMs. Scene 1. The message that sparked it all. It was a quiet Sunday evening in the Players' Hotel, the kind of calm that only exists before a storm or a tournament. Alexandra Eala, the 19-year-old rising star from the Philippines, sat by the window of her room, scrolling through her phone after a long practice session. Her eyes paused on a tournament graphic. Gauff enters Rome singles draw as 4th seed. She'd always admired Coco Gauff. Her fearlessness, her maturity beyond her years, her ability to light up a stadium with one serve. But more than that, she'd watched Coco handle fame with grace, power with humility. Alex thought for a moment. Then she did something bold. She opened Instagram and typed, "Hey Coco, not sure if you're playing doubles in Rome, but if you're open to it, I'd love to team up." Sent. The message was short, polite, honest, and underneath it all, a spark. Scene 2. Scene. Replied. Game on. Across the city, Coco Gauff had just finished dinner when her phone buzzed. She smiled at the name. Eala. She remembered Alex clearly, not just from junior events, but from the way she played. All angles and grit, like a quiet storm building point by point. They had never shared a court, but the respect was mutual. She read the message, grinned, and typed, "You read my mind. Let's do it. Practice tomorrow." Just like that, the match was set. Doubles wasn't a formality anymore. It was an adventure. Scene 3. First practice. Instant vibes. Under the soft Roman sun, the pair met at court 6 the next morning. "Hey," Alex said shyly. "Hey," Coco replied, giving her a fist bump. Ready to cook. The first rally told them everything they needed to know. Coco was fire. Explosive, vocal, electric. Alex was water. Smooth, steady, cool under pressure. And together, they balanced each other like yin and yang. There were mismatches, of course. Coco accidentally called the same ball Alex was already swinging at. Alex hit a lob Coco could have crushed. But in between, there was laughter. Adjustments. Chemistry. Doubles is often called a relationship with a net in the middle. In their case, it was a friendship blooming on clay. Scene 4. Match day magic. Their first match drew a crowd, not because they were favorites, but because of curiosity. Could two single stars who had never partnered before really click in high-stakes doubles? By the third game, the answer was clear. Coco's power lit up the baseline. Alex's finesse baffled their opponents. They moved with synchronicity, communicated in quick glances and raised eyebrows. They even developed an inside joke when Alex accidentally called a line out that was clearly in. "Rome line judges are gonna blacklist me," she'd whispered. They won in straight sets. But more than that, they had fun. Reporters couldn't get enough. "What made you team up?" one asked post-match. Coco laughed. "Alex slid into my DMs. I couldn't say no." Alex blushed, but smiled. "You miss 100% of the shots you don't shoot, right?" The quote spread like wildfire. Scene 5. The internet reacts. #slid into the doubles draw began trending on tennis Twitter. Filipino fans exploded with pride. From Manila to Rome, they wrote, flooding timelines with gifs of Alex's perfect backhands. American fans embraced the duo instantly. One user wrote, "This is the best doubles rom-com I never knew I needed." Sports sites picked up the story. Memes flourished. Fan art appeared overnight showing the two exchanging emojis with tennis rackets and Roman laurel crowns. Even WTA's official account posted the quote with a winking caption. A new partnership born in the DMs and thriving on clay. Scene 6. What it meant beneath the surface. For Coco, who had spent much of her young career under intense spotlight, the team-up was a return to joy. "For me, doubles is where I play looser," she told the press. "With Alex, it's just easy. There's no pressure, just rhythm." For Alex, who had grown up watching Serena and dreaming of center court, it was a signal to the world. She belonged. "I didn't want to wait for an opportunity," she said. "I wanted to make one." That quote, too, would linger. In an age where athletes were encouraged to wait their turn, Alexandra Eala did something radical. She asked. Scene 7. Beyond Rome. Whether or not they won the tournament didn't matter by the end of the week. What mattered was the connection they'd made, the statement they'd sent, the story they'd started. By the time they left Rome, fans were already asking, "Will we see this pair at Roland Garros?" Coco answered with a smile. "If she slides in again, I'm not saying no." Epilogue. The DM that changed the game. In a world where careers are often shaped by agents, contracts, and careful planning, this was something pure. No filters, no red tape. Just a teenager with guts sliding into another champion's inbox to say, "Let's team up." And that's why, amid all the stats and score lines, the quote of the day wasn't about match points or rankings. It was about initiative, about two young women saying yes to possibility. And a simple, unforgettable line.